Cuyahoga County Council regular meeting for Tuesday, March 22nd is now called to order. Andrea, would you please call the roll?
Good evening, everyone. As a reminder to all in attendance, this meeting is being recorded and live streamed on the county's YouTube page. Calling the roll, Ms. Stevens.
Present.
Ms. Simon.
Here.
Ms. Baker.
Here.
Mr. Miller.
Here.
Mr. Sweeney.
Present.
Mr. Tuma.
Here.
Mr. Gallagher.
Here.
Mr. Schron. Ms. Conwell.
Present.
Ms. Turner.
Here.
Council President Jones.
Here.
You have a quorum.
Thank you. Let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Andrea, has anyone signed in for public comment?
Yes, Larry Rodriguez.
Hello, this is Mr. Rodriguez. I'm an advocate for people with disabilities in our local community in Cuyahoga County. I do work with the Board of Development of Disabilities in Cleveland right now, and I'm currently involved, and I'd like to see some policy changes and things of that nature in terms of policing, safety in our communities, and how can we improve that by making sure that not many individuals are trying to harm us in our communities, making sure that when we call the police, that the police doesn't ask us to come out to face the criminals, like a couple of instances that have happened to me. And I'm sorry that I'm a little bit briefer, but thank you for your attention. That's my main concern right now, policing and safety in our communities. Thank you.
Thank you.
Amy Abner. Okay. Lou.
Good evening, everybody. I think you, in your email inbox, you have received a new emails from me. And I have to really I have to say, I'm really amazed. For this long time, this is the first time a grievance, especially from myself, I can say that, actually got an investigation and there's a report generated. So you can see the content of the reports, which I don't have to repeat that here. But however, you can see that this report is conducted with interviews, even with multiple people, but you can see service providers are limited to certain elements. So they actually cannot fulfill a good service county really wants to offer, because their concern is more about the liability of a service provider. Even they say they want to focus on the safety of the people in the shelter. Right now, you can still see the wounds on my face, at least. Comparing to the photo I already showed you back on Saturday when incidents happened. Right now, my concussion sustained back in November, and also Gina Calabrese, her beating 2 weeks ago, that Friday, I was there, because I was in the vicinity, I was involved. So right now, my whole body, different parts are all aching. I'm not actually in very good shape, but I can still tell you that for a grievance process like this to be done, but that doesn't mean our rights are not violated. But unfortunately for service provider, in this case, they think they fulfill the procedures, so our rights are not violated, which is not the reality. So having heavily congregated shelter, heavily congregated nursing home, heavily congregated jail, even heavily congregated outpatient treatment in any drug treatment centers are no good. Even the same trouble has been in the group homes too. So we do need a big help. Maybe legislation, public policies, or some other detailed procedure to change that. Otherwise, everybody's safety in this county is in concern, because the big question marks, they will not go away. Just because people are supposed to be called homeless or supposed to be called inmates, If our lives cannot actually be protected, look at the county getting aged. Then what kind of people will be left in this county when the people having means they can move away? What kind of people will be left to be our strong workforce, to stimulate our economy? We will have no hope. Definitely, for sure, we all die together instead of thrive together. Thank you very much.
That concludes the public comment portion for this meeting.
Okay, thank you, Andrea. And I have a motion to approve our minutes as printed in today's agenda.
So moved. Second?
Properly moved and seconded. All in favor of approving the minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Council President?
Ayes have it.
Council President, would you like to also make a motion to excuse Council Members Gallagher and Turner from the March 8th meeting?
Yes, that was next on my list. Yes, so that motion, again, please to excuse our two colleagues for the March 8th, from the March 8th council meeting. Probably moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. At this time, messages from the county executive.
Thank you, Mr. President. The state's beginning to consider capital bill requests, and some of you who served in Columbus, like Nan and Dale and Marty, know well how this process works. Historically, the county, the city, and the Greater Cleveland Partnership each submit separate requests, their own each one. And by submitting competing proposals, Northeast Ohio hasn't done all that great. This year, for the first time that I can remember, the county, the city, and GCP collaborated to come up with a joint set of requests. I believe this should be a much more effective approach. On Monday, Michelle Pomerantz worked with the city and GCP to host a meeting with our state legislators. Mike Dever came to help with the presentations, and I think it went well. Our joint requests are first, the Lakefront Connection Trail from East 9th to East 55th, the Beulah Park Euclid Beach Connection Trail, the Downtown Cleveland Lakefront Connection, which includes a land bridge extending the mall to the lake, the Greater Collinwood Community Career Center, the Lake Clifton Bridge Connector Trail, the Lyric Center with the Bel Air Puritas Development Corporation, Magnets Manufacturing, Innovation, Technology, and Job Center, the Rockefeller Park Restoration Project in Cleveland, Irishtown Bend, and the Slavic Village Trail Connectors. There's 10 in total. I'll be following up our meeting that we had this week with local legislators by meeting with state legislative leaders in Columbus. I'll be going in April. I believe that Mayor Bibb and Beju Shah from GCP both would like to join me there, which is great, and hopefully we'll get good results. Thank you.
Legislation introduced by executive. Consideration of resolutions for first reading adoption under suspension of rules. Can I have a motion to suspend the rules?
Mr. President, I move to suspend the rules.
Second.
It's been properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? If not, all those in favor of suspending the rules say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it. The rules are suspended.
Resolution 2022-0064, amending the 2022-2023 biennial operating budget for 2022 by providing for additional fiscal appropriations, appropriation transfers, and cash transfers, and amending resolution numbers R 2022-0239, dated February 22nd, 2022, and resolution number R 2022-0050, dated March 8th, 2022.
Move to adopt. Mr. President, my colleagues, this resolution is the regular fiscal agenda of budget amendments. The answers to our questions to OBM are on your desks. Most items are routine appropriations and closeouts of grants and routine transfers. Two items are notable. $8 million is appropriated for the new correction center. Of this, $4 million is a new appropriation and $4 million is a transfer from the previously appropriated general fund subsidy for capital expenses. And of this amount, the largest part of it is for the architectural work that is currently underway. Second, there is an appropriation of a much larger than normal leftover of $4,097,242.78 from the Veterans Services Commission. Part of this money is expected to be authorized to help with the Veterans Service Commission's physical space needs, in addition to our usual funding of veteran services organizations. I recommend passage of the resolution on first reading suspension.
All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the ayes have it, the resolution is adopted.
Resolution numbers R 2022-0065 and R 2022-0066 are both being held at the request of the Law Department.
All right, thank you, Andrea. They will be held.
Resolution 2022-0067, authorizing the county executive to make a donation of surplus personal protective gear to the Ohio National Guard for the purpose of assisting Ukraine. In the event that all or some of the equipment is not needed by the Ohio National Guard for this purpose, the county executive is authorized to have those items destroyed.
I'll make a motion to adopt. Properly moved and seconded. John, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Council President, council members. On March 11th of this year, we received notification from the governor's office that the
Captain Peters, I'm sorry, if you could speak directly into the microphone.
I'm sorry.
And state your full name for us.
My full name, Richard Peters, captain with the Cuyahoga County Sheriff's Department.
Thank you.
So again, on March 11th of this year, we received a letter from the governor's office indicating that the National Guard Bureau has asked the Ohio National Guard to assist with taking an inventory of surplus, donated, and expired body armor and helmets that may be made available for donation to Ukraine from Ohio state and local law enforcement agencies. The ultimate intent is to provide personal protective gear to the Ukrainian military as they defend their country against Russia. The preference for the equipment would be level 3 or 4 personal protective equipment, which the Sheriff's Department does have. But any or other serviceable items are acceptable. It gave us direction to contact the Ohio National Guard Joint Operations Center and let them know what equipment we would have available. From there, what happens is then, once the identified need is validated by the United States European Combatant Command, the National Guard Bureau will then work with the Department of Defense and its interagency partners to develop a logistics plan to collect and deliver any donated equipment to aid Ukraine. Any questions regarding the equipment or the request?
Okay, well, thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
What I'd like to do is have my name added to this resolution.
Councilman, may I add my name to this?
I'm sorry, council members, can you speak a little louder directly into the microphone? I can't
So
hear
far,
you.
you have Jones and Turner.
Thank you.
Mr. President, I'd like to have my name added as well.
Please add Sweeney.
Please add Scott Tuma too, please. Thank you.
Baker. Simon.
Did you hear Gallagher?
Thank you also, Shran.
All right. Consideration of resolutions for first reading and referral to committee.
Resolution 2022-0068, confirming the county executive's appointment of Sarah Parks Jackson to serve on the Cuyahoga County Community Improvement Corporation Board of Trustees. And it's for the period October 16th, 2020 through October 15th, 2023.
This item will be referred to the Human Resources Appointments and Equity Committee.
Resolution 2022-0069, confirming the county executive's reappointment of Alan Davies to serve on the Cuyahoga County Public Library Board of Trustees. And it's for the period April 1st, 2022 through March 31st, 2029.
This item will be referred to the Human Resources Appointments and Equity Committee.
Resolution 2022-0070, confirming the county executive's appointments and reappointments of various individuals to serve on the Cuyahoga County Advisory Board of Senior and Adult Services for various terms. Appointment for an unexpired term ending December 31st, 2023, Douglas Bennett. Appointments for the term January 1st, 2022 through December 31st, 2024. Chris Hall, Jennifer Kahns, Heidi Lum, and Emily Lungard. Reappointments for the term January 1st, 2022 through December 31st, 2024. Cheryl Bradis and Ashley Morrissey.
This item will be referred to the Human Resources Appointments and Equity Committee.
Resolution 2022-0071, confirming the county executive's appointment of Janice Zeigel to serve on the Western Reserve Area Agency on Aging Board of Trustees for the term January 1st, 2022 through December 31st, 2024.
This item will also be referred to the Human Resources Appointments and Equity Committee.
Resolution 2022-0072, authorizing an amendment to a master contract with various providers for various supplies for the period January 1st, 2020 through December 31st, 2021, to extend the time period to December 31st, 2022, to remove two providers and for additional funds in the total amount not to exceed $1,605,625, items 1 through 17 as listed on the agenda.
This item will be referred to the Public Works Procurement and Contracting Committee.
Okay, and Council President, if you could move on to page 7. Resolution 2022-0073, making an award on requisition 7494 to Go Sustainable Energy LLC in the amount not to exceed $800,000 for consulting services for utility microgrid development and design, commencing upon signature of all parties for a period of 2 years.
This item will be referred to the Education, Environment, and Sustainability Committee.
Resolution 2022-0074, making an award on requisition 8185 to Specialized Construction Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $1,798,459.12 for the resurfacing of Lewis Road from Memory Lane to South Corporation Line in Olmsted Township in connection with the 2020 Operations Resurfacing Program.
This item will be referred to the Public Works Procurement and Contracting Committee.
Resolution 2022-0075, making awards on requisition 7449 to various providers, each in the amount not to exceed $450,000, with a combined total amount not to exceed $900,000 for general architectural and engineering services for the period April 12th, 2022 through April 11th, 2025.
This item will be referred to the Public Works Procurement and Contracting Committee.
Resolution 2022-0076, making awards on requisition 8219 to various providers, each in the amount not to exceed $300,000 for a combined total not to exceed amount of $600,000 for general sanitary engineering services, commencing upon signature of all parties for a period of 3 years.
This item will be referred to the Public Works Procurement and Contracting Committee.
Resolution 2022-0077, making an award on requisition 8504 to Esposito Mortuary Services, Inc., in the amount not to exceed $3,692,000 for body transportation services for the period April 1st, 2022 through December 31st, 2026.
This item will be referred to the Public Safety and Justice Affairs Committee.
Resolution 2022-0078, authorizing an amendment to contract number 2259 with Educational Service Center of Northeast Ohio for fiscal agent services for the Families and Schools Together program activities and parent services. It's for the period January 1st, 2019 through December 31st, 2021, to extend the time period to December 31st, 2023, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $724,000.
This item will be referred to the Education, Environment, and Sustainability Committee.
Resolution 2022-0079, authorizing the county executive to accept the dedication of land for Sunset Drive, Grandview Drive, and Daisy Lane in the sanctuary of Olmsted and the Preserve of Olmsted subdivision, located in Olmsted Township, as public streets, 1.30 total acres along the established setback lines, rights of ways, and easements.
This item will be referred to the Public Works Procurement and Contracting Committee. Committee reports in consideration of a resolution for second reading.
At this time, the agenda is being amended to place this item under second reading adoption under suspension of rules.
All right, can we have a motion to suspend Rule 9D?
Mr. President, I move to suspend the rules.
Second.
Been properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? If not, all those in favor of suspending the rule, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, the rule is suspended.
Resolution 2022-0057, confirming the county executive's appointment of Paul Porter as Director of the Department of Purchasing.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. And this item was previously discussed in yesterday's CWHL meeting. And at this time, all those in favor,
Aye.
Aye.
opposed? All right, ayes have it, excellent. Paul.
All right, repeat after me, raise your right hand. I, Paul Porter,
I, Paul Porter,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support,
that I will support,
uphold, and defend the Constitution of the United States,
and defend the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
and the Charter and laws
and the Charter and laws
of the County of Cuyahoga, Ohio,
of the County of Cuyahoga, Ohio,
that I will faithfully,
honestly,
diligently,
diligently,
and impartially
perform and discharge
all of the powers and duties
all of the powers and duties
incumbent upon me
incumbent upon me
as the Director, Department of Purchasing,
as the Director, Department of Purchasing,
in and for the County of Cuyahoga,
in and for the County of Cuyahoga,
State of Ohio,
State of Ohio,
according to the best of my ability
according to the best of my ability
and understanding.
and understanding.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And again, congratulations to Paul, and it's good to see you and your entire family here. At this time, committee reports and consideration of resolutions for second reading adoption under suspension of rules. Can I have a motion to suspend the rules?
Mr. President, I move to suspend the rules.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, the rules are suspended.
Resolution 2022-0061, authorizing an amendment to contract number 585 with the Salvation Army for supportive services for homeless men in the Pickup Assessment Sheltering Service Transitional Housing Program. And it's for the period January 1st, 2021 through December 31st, 2021, to extend the time period to September 30th, 2022, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $730,701.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Mr. President, this contract is funded by 75% of the Housing Urban Assistance Grant and 25% of our levy dollars. It's the second option year, and it's needed services, and so I ask for my colleagues' support.
All right, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, the resolution is adopted.
Resolution 2022-0063, making awards on requisition 6689 to various school districts in the total amount not to exceed $2,135,727 for school community-based Closing the Achievement Gap services for the period January 1st, 2022 through December 31st, 2023 for the schools listed A through G on the agenda.
Move to adopt.
Second.
This matter was heard in the Education, Environment, Sustainability Committee last Wednesday. We heard from Robin Martin about the RFP that went out to procure services for this program, which is actually going to be in 7 schools. And we heard from some schools about the success of this program, so I ask for your support.
All right, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Committee report and consideration of a resolution for third reading adoption.
Resolution 2022-0034, making an award on requisition 7649 to Vance Outdoors, Inc., in the amount not to exceed $611,484.50 for the purchase of replacement ballistic vests, SWAT vests, plate carrier, and helmets for law enforcement and protective services divisions for the period April 1st, 2022 through December 31st, 2026.
Move to adopt.
Second?
Mr. President, this was heard in committee, and I believe what the clerk read is accurate as far as what this is all about, replacing the old vests with the new vests. Recommendation was adoption.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Resolution is adopted. At this time, our miscellaneous committee reports. Are there any committee reports?
Mr. President.
Councilman Miller.
My colleagues, Finance and Budgeting Committee will not meet at its regular next time, but we are expected to meet on Monday, April 11th, for the next review on the ERP. The go-live implementation of payroll and the first group of time management is underway and working as planned at this time. Thank you.
Mr. President, Public Works will meet next Wednesday at its regularly scheduled time to go over the legislation that we put forth today. And then just one little thing I wanted to add too is I had the opportunity to attend the Parmer Widgewood Golf Course clubhouse demolition yesterday, and it was a well-attended event and a very nice event, and I wanted to express my thank you to my council colleagues, including you, Mr. President, for your support of this project, as well as to Executive Budish and Chief of Staff Mason, who attended yesterday. So I wanted to say thank you to everybody.
Welcome and congratulations to you on your hard work. Well deserved.
Mr. President?
Next, Councilman Gallagher.
Tuesday, 1 o'clock.
Tuesday 1.
Mr. President,
Yes.
the Human Resources Appointments and Equity Committee will meet on Tuesday, March 29th at 10 o'clock.
Any other reports?
Mr. President,
Yes.
the council operations is scheduled to meet on April 5th, Tuesday, at the regular scheduled time.
Education, Environment will meet on Wednesday, its regular time, to hear the two items referred.
Health and Human Services, no meeting.
No meeting. I know. Any other reports?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I believe we need a Community Development Committee on the 28th,
At what time?
10 a.m.
10 a.m. All right.
They are, I believe. Just making sure.
Anything else? All right.
Mr.
Okay. Yes.
Mr. President, usually at this time, I'm here to report yet another state championship arriving on Detroit Avenue in Lakewood and Mighty St. Edward Eagles. They came up a game short with the mighty Wildcats of St. Ignatius in the Final Four of basketball. St. Ez beat St. Ignatius to go to the Final Four in hockey and came up a game short. So better luck next time to both teams. But the good news is our Richmond Heights Spartans won the Division IV state championship. We congratulate our friends in Richmond Heights.
All right. Any other miscellaneous business? If not, if nothing else holds our attention, our meeting is